Have you heard about the world's largest legal marijuana entertainment complex? Did you know you could invest in it? Stick around. Welcome to Framework Fortune. I'm your host Ben, and this video is the first of a new series called Ben's Stock Reviews, where you leave a stock in the comments below and I'll do a video review about it. This first stock is Planet 13, and it comes from one of our subscribers, Real Honest. Thank you for that suggestion. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be ready for more videos like this. So Planet 13 is a pot stock, and I love pot stocks. It's what got me into the trading in the market. But Planet 13 is a very interesting pot stock, and we're going to hop into it and do some research on it. Primarily, I'm a day trader, but I do some long-term investing, so you can see my process in these videos. And remember, be sure to leave a stock below if you want me to do a review about it. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so here's the first step. I always like to throw a stock in Yahoo Finance just to look at some statistics, see if we've got some positive numbers going on. So let's dive into it. So float is one of the main things I look for. Float is the number of shares available to the public to buy and sell. So the shares that I can buy and you can buy. So simple supply and demand, low float, high volume means big price jumps. And this stock only has a float of 53 million, so that's really pretty low. Normally for day trading, I look for stocks under 50 million, but for a long-term investment, if this got some volume, it can make some big moves. We don't have any information right here. I usually like to see if it's being held by insiders or institutions. If other people are invested in it, that's a good thing, but they don't have any data on that. We want to see what their quarterly revenue growth is. 274%. That's a pretty big number. That's a lot of growth, so that's a good number. Gross profit, 10.85 million. So they are making a good profit. That's another good sign. And check their balance sheet. They have 20 million in cash. So you want a company that's got some cash. And their debt is 11 million. So they could cover their debt with just their cash assets. So that's a good thing. And there's no dividends. You always want to check for stocks that have dividends, because if you're long-term investing, dividend stocks are great. So every quarter or every year, however that company does their dividend payout, you will get a check for how many shares you own. This one doesn't have any. My guess is this is a relatively new company since it's a pot stock. So we've got some good numbers. I like the numbers we saw on the Yahoo statistics. So now the next step is let's go check out their website. Let's see if the company is legit. A lot of companies, especially in the OTC markets, will have garbage websites. It's 2019, almost 2020. There's Wix, there's GoDaddy, there's all these different website builders. There's no excuse for a $1 million company to not have a nice website. So right off the bat, Planet 13 Holdings, it looks pretty good. It's not super amazing, but it's not ugly. You've got a little bit of color coordination. Somebody spent a little time on this. And you see they're talking good about themselves. Vertically integrated leader. Best-in-class technology solutions. Management team has decades of experience. So it looks like they've got some new stuff going on there. They've been on Vice, Bloomberg, Entrepreneur, Leafly, Los Angeles Times, Behind My Head, CNBC, Forbes, Pot Network, Yahoo Finance. So they've had some media exposure. That's good. If a company has no media exposure, it means people are not talking about them. It's probably they're a garbage company. So people are talking about them. The next thing we want to see is their about page. Let's see what they're about. Okay, here's their about page. They own the world's largest cannabis store, steps away from the Las Vegas Strip. The Planet 13 Cannabis Entertainment Complex, winner of Leafly's 2018 Nevada Dispensary of the Year, offers unparalleled customer experience focused on unique interactive entertainment and some of the best cannabis products offered anywhere in the U.S. So that's pretty cool. This is not just a dispensary. This is an entertainment complex. Now, if you follow any pot stocks, they're normally like, hey, we have a dispensary, it's just a little store. They seem to be trying to do a whole lot more, so that's really interesting. 6 licenses that they've gained. They've got some brands here. Planet 13, Medizin, award-winning products. So they started with their award-winning strand, Chloe. So they have an award-winning strand, so that's really good. And then they have Trendy, looks like a vape, and Leaf and Vine looks like another vape. So they've got several different products here, and then they've got a coffee for the planet. Okay, and then Natural by Nature, CBD. So they have several different products and brands. That's pretty cool. They're trying to do quite a bit. So next thing we want to do is check out the team. We want to see who is running this company, because if the leaders are garbage, then the company is going to be garbage. So here's the CEO of the company. We want to check out the CEO, make sure that he knows what he's doing. Because if you have some CEO that has no type of accolades or accomplishments, then it's probably not going to be a very good company. So let's see what this guy's all about. Longtime entrepreneur, designated as one of the top 40 Southern Nevada business executives under the age of 40. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's only in Southern Nevada, but still. And he's obviously been doing this for a long time. Professional achievement, community service by the Las Vegas Business Press, so he has had some press on himself. He practiced law for over 25 years, and he was a mayor. Okay, so with a pot stock company, there's a lot of gray area with it being federally illegal. You know, it's legal in Las Vegas, but federally we're still not legal. Having a lawyer who has been a lawyer for over 25 years in a city like Las Vegas, Nevada, being the CEO of this company, he's going to know the loopholes and ins and outs to make sure this company stays afloat. And if something was to happen where the feds was to come down on him, he probably knows how to get out of that. So that's a really good thing. I really like that he is a lawyer. Anytime you have a lawyer running a company, it's really good because they understand the laws and they know how to use them in their favor. And with this being a pot stock company, like I said, it's really good that he's a lawyer. And he was a mayor as well, so he's got some political ties, which is a good thing. Okay, so here we have some of their latest news. You always want to see what their latest news is. Make sure that the company is not going out of business or anything like that. So let's see what they're talking about. Announces customer traffic for September, and this press release was on October 3rd, I believe I saw. Served an average of 1,970 customers per day at an average ticket price of $94. So people are spending about $100 when they come to this store. All right, so we're going to look at the revenue that they made. And in November, they were over 3 million, then 4 million in January, 4.3 million in February, 5.4 million in March, 5.2 million in April. So they're making a lot of revenue and they're growing. So they are growing. We do like to see that. More customers. They're starting to get more customers. Average ticket prices is going up. So they've been experimenting with combinations of pricing, product deals, and advertising to determine the optimal mix to maximize gross profit. You can see the effect in September, resulting in a significant pickup. And they achieved these numbers in September despite the road that they are located on being under construction for most of the month. So people were getting there and they were getting their pot. They didn't care about that construction whatsoever. They were getting their pot. So phase 2 update, they're going to be including a restaurant, a cafe, an event center, and customer facing production facility. Now remember guys, do your own due diligence first. Don't buy a stock just because somebody says to do it. This video is simply a review and my opinion on this stock. Okay guys, so now we're going to hop into the actual Planet 13 Entertainment Complex website and see what it looks like. And this one is a little bit better than the other one. The other one is just a holdings website for the stock itself. This is the actual Planet 13 Las Vegas dispensary website. So let's check this out. Rated as one of the top premier Las Vegas marijuana dispensaries. That's cool. And you can actually buy off of this website, it looks like. And they've got a little pop-up behind my head there. 50 strains. Resin, shatters, all this stuff. Edibles. All your basic marijuana things. So you've got some award winners that they're selling. They've got a blog post, so that's pretty cool. They're up on times. They're doing blogs. All right, while this is loading, I noticed something I didn't see before, but they have a Twitter, a Facebook, and an Instagram. So they are doing social media marketing. That's pretty good. You want a company to be out there, putting their image out there, getting people to buy this stock and buy their products, so they're having that growth. So that's a good. So they got a fancy looking vape there. They got a rewards program. That's pretty cool. See, free delivery. So they're delivering. Wow. 20% off local. So they got deals. They're giving people rides to get there and buy the product. They're delivering product. Like, they are doing everything they can to get sales. They are hungry. They want to grow. That's a good sign. Got some animal cookies, blueberry syrup, chirp, sherbet, refill cartridges, it looks like. We got some chocolate cake, brownie edibles, got extract, they got gear, tinctures, topicals, so your creams and stuff like that. So they got a lot of different products on the menu. So they've got the merch, they've got apparel, they've got shirts, batteries, hats, vaporizers. So that's a really good thing that they have all these different products. It's not going to be a simple dive little dispensary where you walk in and you got a few strands to choose from. They're like a superstore for legal marijuana, and that's really cool. So yeah, overall the websites look really good. They are trying to grow, obviously. They've got all kinds of promotions going on. They have all types of products. You know, they've got delivery and free rides to get to the dispensary. They're showing lots of growth. This is a company that's really hungry, and they've also got the social media marketing that they're doing. So they're really trying to set themselves apart from a lot of other dispensaries and be more than just a dispensary. They look like they're trying to be like a mall or some type of just big entertainment complex where people can go and hang out and hold events and stuff like that. So this is really cool. This is the first I've seen of a dispensary like this, and it's pretty cool. And from what I've seen, that they're really trying to grow, and this is their first location, and it's in Las Vegas, one of the biggest tourist cities in the world. So if they are aiming for the tourist market where it's legal, and they go and start opening up other complexes in other tourist areas, they're going to grow significantly. This company has a lot of potential, and they're relatively new. They're still on the OTC market. They've got the low float. It is a pot stock, so like I said, there's always going to be that gray area until it becomes federally legal. But they have a lawyer who's the CEO. They've got a lot going for them. I really like this company. Okay, so now that we went through all the websites and statistics and all that good stuff, and everything looks good there, let's throw it on a chart and take a look. And you can see I've got it on a 3-year chart here. And in 3 years, they are growing. They are actually on a trend line. You can see the trend line I've drawn right here. Right? So down here was a low of 50 cents 3 years ago. They had a massive jump. And this goes back to that low float where I said that low float stocks can move pretty big and pretty fast. And you can see from 50 cents down here, this guy was all the way up to 270. So that's pretty crazy. But same thing can happen. It can also have big drops. But it bounced right off of this trend line here, almost came down the trend line again here, but had another massive run. And it's just been kind of dying off, and that's kind of been the trend of the pot stocks this year. Aurora Cannabis, Canopy Growth, Cron, they all have just been on the slow little descent. But you can see it's right here on this trend line again. So it could get another bounce here. And it's that time of year again, October, November, December, where pot stocks usually like to heat up. So it could get this bounce and go on another nice run. It could also break this trend line and crash. But from what we saw, this company has a lot of room to grow. They have a lot of potential, and they're constantly working on growing. So you got to keep that in mind. It's definitely got some resistance up here at this 270 area. So right now, I mean, you have a lot of room between 170 and 270 for a whole dollar move. You know, maybe in a couple of months. You know, this could be a good swing trade. If it comes out with more good news and more revenue growth and the pot stocks all start heating back up, this could also be a good day trade. If it cracks this trend line, it could be a good short. So the stock has a lot of different ways that it could go, but in the past 3 years, it's still going up. And that's a good sign. So as long as they're growing, the stock price is going to grow. And this company is probably not too bad of an investment. Like I said, do your own due diligence first. But from what I'm seeing, I really like this company. So my final thoughts are, this company has a lot of potential. They have a lot of room to grow. They are in a kind of a sketchy area right now. And it is also an OTC stock. So do your own due diligence. Make sure that you are comfortable with investing in this stock if you want to. If you don't want to invest in this stock, that's fine too. Like I said, this is only my opinions of this company, but I do like the company overall, and I think it could be a good company to invest in. So that's it for the first video of Ben's stock reviews. Make sure if you want a stock review that you leave a comment below with that stock in it, and I'll make a video about it. If you like this video and know other people who would be interested in watching it, then give it a like and a share. You've been watching Framework Fortune. I'm your host, Ben. Until next time.